disembodied voice isn't yelling at us.
President Bear stole my cactus. Oh.
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside.
I don't know. The 1920s, I guess?
Statue of Liberty look a little off to anybody else? No? Just me?
You seen that superhero supply store? The lady who runs it always seems to be in some sort of trouble. Yesterday she was purple. She'll learn to tune it out.
My training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in software development. I wish that giant fireball on the Kronos building was a real giant fireball, so it'd melt all this snow. Of course, then we'd have a giant fireball to deal with.
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something.
Looks like some trouble is brewing where you are. You're like a magnet for this stuff, huh?
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition happening up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art.
Let's go get that Nexus fragment out of the maze! What do you mean somebody already got it? Aw, man!
I wonder if I can get that
Huh. Not exactly my kind of thing. Anyone else want to give it a shot?
The hand! It must be the hand! Nobody else could concoct a scenario so nefarious!
This is the best pizza in Chronopolis, and don't let nobody tell you what.
This is the worst thing to ever happen to anybody ever!
It's already that late?
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something.
Looks like more rain.
Oh, snap! I went to get a hairdryer to thaw out that frozen guy in the cave, but I got totally distracted. Ooh, that rock looks like my mom's. I'm gonna do something!
Just want to go home already.
spin the ice grip. Maybe we'll cut out
The master says I won't make any progress in my training until I stop wearing overcoats and start wearing gis. But it's so cold here. You'd think someone would spring for central heating.
This is the worst thing to ever. You again? What? You run out of innocent balloons to pop?
The world needs heroes like you. The other 100 or so wandering around.
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something.
I'm not saying I could win a tourney or anything, but knights these days are just all skin and bone. Probably that plague.
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons. That disembodied voice isn't yelling at me when I walk past anymore.
Ooh, that should fill my face.
No! Help me!
Ooh, ooh.
If some kind superhero could see their way to saving me right about now, that'd be great.
Apparently there's some kind of exhibition up in that ruined building. Man, I do not get that fancy art stuff.
There was some questionable training taking place on the mountain earlier. Must be some new kind of ancient martial art or something. Oh man, now I've done it.
Detected a crime pretty close to you. Hey, wouldn't it be great if this was the last crime ever? Nah, a girl can dream.
Turns out the Cave of Dragons did have an actual dragon inside.
Hi! Tell my mom I love her.
Think I might move to Wakanda. The weather there seems way better than here.
My training never prepared me for this. Probably because it was in software development. It's already happening.
Looked like something big was going down on top of the Avengers mansion earlier. Think it had anything to do with that? Nah. Probably unrelated.
Man.
Something must have gone down in the Cave of Dragons. That disembodied voice isn't yelling at me when I walk past anymore.
Crashing out of the sky earlier. That anything we need to be worried about?
probably doesn't bode well for him. I could really use.
Nice. Hello! Citizen in peril over here.
Hello.
New vibranium samples have been detected in the vicinity. Please visit the terminal for more information.
Another crime, and this one's a doozy. Think you can get to it?
It's nice to see there are still people doing good in this world.
Always reassuring, usually doing her race.
Be careful walking on the tail.
That big farmer really needs to up her security. The little blighters are constantly escaping and trading mud all over the place.
I help!
There's a suspicious man walking around the city. I could hear him mutter something about the white gorilla. So I'm staying well.
I could really use some help here.
Say,
Thanks again
if
for
you're
helping
not
with the
too
trees.
busy, I had
You got
another
to the
job
root
for
of the
you.
problem in no time.
Where should I go for lunch?
Back to admire your handiwork, eh? Can't blame you. These are some impressive rocks. As someone who's once turned into a rock, I'd know.
Is the fisherman still having trouble with his machine? Why doesn't he just get a new one? What do you mean?
Dr. Crocodile isn't a real crocodile.
Well, that's my day ruined.
Hello. Kang's days are numbered. I can feel it in the air. Also, that giant sword ship falling out of the sky probably doesn't bode well for him.
Be careful walking on the tail.
I could really use some help here.
suspicious man skulking around behind the city. I could hear him mutter something about the white gorilla cult, so I'm staying well away. Hi. The technology in Kang surveillance drones is impressive, but I don't appreciate being watched. I wonder how hard they'd be to destroy.
Oh man, now I've done it.
Saw a monkey fighting a bunch of snowmen earlier? Maybe I've been up here too long.
Say, if you're not too busy, I had another job for you.
That cool lock Dr. Strange has on his sanctum.
You've got bad guys causing trouble nearby. Ugh, they make me so mad.
So, you've returned for some more hot joust action. Ellie is ready when you are. If you have a buddy, you can joust against each other. If not, let me know, and I'll get Winston to saddle up. Oh, sure, he'll complain, but that's what he gets for eating my yogurt.
The technology in Kang surveillance drones is impressive, but I don't appreciate being watched. I wonder how hard they'd be to destroy.
Man, it's cold.
That plague.
Crumbs! This is harder than it looks, Governor!
Verily, I hast the most frightful stitch.
Oh, my arms are getting tired. I mean, my arms are getting tired.
When dost we fight some dragons, fair knaves?
Just my mom said to be back in time for dinner, so...
This democracy thing will never catch on here in merry old England. Long live the